Yeah, I did
All right.
because space
Okay.
pauses it.
All right, cool.
All right, so
you
we
ready?
had a technical difficulty. We are going to start this little video editing. We'll do the trick.
What
The fuck is this?
the hell is this? DSP, what the fuck is this?
What is up, everyone? Phil here, and welcome to DSP Reacts, and welcome to my review of
Pause.
the latest.
You don't need to do this.
No, you don't need a flashy intro because no one watches your shit.
No one cares. All right, that's it.
Movie outing from Jordan Peele, Nope, which I just watched over the last couple of nights. This
The
What do you-
last couple of nights.
What do you mean by that, Phil? Did you not watch the whole thing all at once?
It's bad to watch this movie not all at once.
No, like you would go crazy.
is an interesting one because unlike a lot of the other movies I've been reviewing on here, this is not a superhero movie. This is not a drama. This is a weird one. Jordan Peele has been known
Weird
for
movies
writing
are great.
pretty unique
Exactly.
horror movies over the last few years. The one that I saw was called Get Out, and there was another one after that called, I think, Us, and I didn't see that.
It's in the thing right
Get
there,
Out,
Phil.
I really enjoyed. It was a plot I never saw coming. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's a really good movie.
To be fair, I haven't seen Us and I didn't hear about Us. I should probably go watch it.
It's well acted, it's unique, and very scary, quite frankly. And I really enjoyed the movie, and I was looking forward to this new one, Nope, that I had heard about, but I hadn't heard anything about it. The odd thing,
Wonder why? Because you don't fucking watch TV, you don't fucking watch ads, you don't go to the movies.
No.
about this movie is if you know what it is, it kind of spoils the fun. Okay.
No
I went
shit.
into this having absolutely no preconceived notions of what it
At
was.
least he did
All I saw was
something
the teaser
correct.
from last year that they had run on TV or whatever, and I saw this poster, seeing everyone look up. So when you see someone look up, what do you think it is? Aliens, a storm, something going on, but I don't know. Why would it
It's
be called
intriguing,
Nope,
Phil.
and what is the movie about? I went into this movie with absolutely no real preconceived notions of what it could possibly be. Let's talk about it. Man, it was interesting. So I'm going to have to spoil it, obviously, because if I don't tell you
You don't
You
have to
don't have to.
spoil it that much. We didn't spoil the movie.
what the
No,
movie's about,
no.
obviously, it's
I
gonna
think
be
you
a
like
bit
spoiling the movie.
confusing, No?
Yeah.
But basically, the movie starts out totally teasing that it's going to be some kind of a weird paranormal movie. It basically opens up at a horse ranch where there's a father and son duo. The father's actually played by Keith David, which is awesome, and it's one of the briefest cameos ever because he's only on screen for a couple of minutes. He gets mysteriously murdered by an object falling out of the sky. What is it? A quarter that hits him in the head. And all this other metal fell out of the sky too, while he and his son were hearing really weird noises from up there that almost sounded like supersonic flight or maybe screaming or something. It was a really high-pitched noise that they couldn't make out. And then all of a sudden, bonk, Keith David gets hit in the head, he's dead. So then the next portion of the movie is basically this son now trying to run this ranch, this horse ranch by himself because he kind of inherited it. And his sister, who I guess was not staying with them or was out of town, comes to help out now, and she's the charismatic person. She's the person who's like, I can talk, I could basically
I can
sell
talk?
everything.
What kind of explanation is that?
I can talk? Is she fucking Wilbur from Charlotte's Web?
Phil, she's the talkative person. That's all you need to say. Like she's the outspoken character, and
What?
OJ is the introvert here.
Yeah, he's the
Right.
calm, cool, and collected
While
one.
The main character, I believe his name is OJ, he is actually more of the hard worker, the disciplined person who wants to make this horse ranch work. The problem is he's not very charismatic. Well, this horse ranch essentially is Hollywood horses, meaning these
Really, Phil? Charismatic?
What does he want OJ to do? No, OJ's great.
Yeah,
OJ
he is great.
That's all I can say. OJ is a badass.
He doesn't have a lot of lines, but when he delivers, he delivers.
Every line he delivers.
are horses that you take to Hollywood movie sets and you have film on a set for a production. So he can't.
Does he
really
does he do
sell
all his
the movie. I
reviews
have
live?
No idea why that pop-up just came up because no
He
contribution.
does all his
just came through.
reviews
That's pretty funny.
recorded.
Let me turn that
okay.
off for now. That was pretty silly.
Oh, pause it.
But
Sorry.
anyway.
No, someone gave a super chat or something, or maybe a super thanks.
Yeah, probably.
Very random. But no, they're recorded.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Basically, it's interesting to see the dynamic between the brother and sister because they definitely love each other, but they are completely different people and they don't really get along that well half the time either. All right, but what ends up happening is over the course
They
of
get
the movie,
along
they just
fine,
keep
you
seeing
idiot.
these
Yeah.
weird things in the
They
sky. And
only thing that they don't get along with is taking care of the ranch. She wants to let it go, and he wants to take care of it. That's the only thing that they don't see eye to eye with.
Everything else is it's brother and sister, but you're an only child, so you don't know shit about anything.
Exactly.
it almost looks like there's something moving up in the clouds. It's very, very weird. It's scaring the horses, and some of the horses get loose or run away, and they're like, what are the horses running from? Like, what is this? You know, what is going on? This is very, very...
I don't know how you could see this watching on his
to say
iPhone.
the least, okay? So that being said...
I don't either.
The movie continues on, and there's a third character, played by... I forget his name. Is it Stephen Yeun? I believe he is the actor that was in many different television shows. He's a very good actor, by the way. And he plays a unique character. He is someone who has a traumatic past, used to be a child actor, and saw a horrendous...
So he's not going to mention the fact that he's in Walking Dead, the AMC's #1 show?
No, he's not going to mention it at all. Many, many TV shows, including The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Come on, Phil.
Thing happened.
Do your
where a
research.
trained chimpanzee lost control and murdered people on the set of the comedy he used to be a part of. And as he grew up, he was rich, and he decided he just wanted to do weird, eccentric things. And
He grew up and he was rich?
Everyone grows up. Maybe not you.
I mean, the chimp murdered everyone. They probably give him a lot of money to buy his silence.
Yeah, the chimp murdered everyone on set except for him and one other person, and she has a fucked up face.
Right, the mom.
Or the daughter, or whatever.
Yeah. We see her later.
Ranch out in the desert where he essentially says he wrangles aliens. Okay?
No, he
And
doesn't.
has this-
No.
What?
No.
What?
He does not wrangle aliens.
What?
He runs like an amusement park type of deal. Then he's been noticing an alien feeding on horses, so he's been trying to tame the beast
That
for
makes
a big
sense.
show. Come on, Phil, get it correct.
He did say tame the beast in the movie.
Exactly.
show.
And also, we didn't know what it was yet.
Yeah, that is true.
Where I guess he has a horse that he puts out once a day, and he thinks that basically by doing this, he can basically get the attention of aliens, and he has people who believe it, and they come and they pay. He actually has a theme park out in the desert and all that. So,
Is he skipping
basically,
again?
Of course he's skipping. He skipped through the majority of the movie. He didn't talk about He didn't really talk about Ghost. He didn't talk about Clover. He didn't talk about setting up the cameras. He's just rushing through this.
It's like
Oh,
kinda
you
two
mean,
plots
yeah,
going on at once. They do have some
the
interaction,
camera,
these two,
yeah.
but they're kind of like two separate
Security
plot lines
cams.
going on at once.
Mhm.
The whole first half of the movie, by the way, it's a 2-hour movie. The whole first half
Okay,
of the
at least he
movie
got that kind of
is
correct.
basically a setup making you think this is like a space alien movie. Like, I totally thought this was going to be like the movie Signs. Did you ever see the Signs, the M. Night Shyamalan movie Signs? And by the way, Jordan Peele said he was actually inspired by Signs as one of his influences to make this movie. So in that movie, you hear about an invasion, and all these things about it. You see corn circles and everything, and then finally the aliens show up in the last act. And it's
Corn circles?
galactic and
You mean crop circles?
Crop circles? Corn circles? What the hell are you talking about?
I don't remember the movie Science, so this is all new to me.
The corn circles is in Signs, not in this. Sorry.
Yeah, crop circles were a big thing in science. That's correct, right?
Yes.
Uh,
Because that's the thing that they were like, hey, look, guys, aliens, they come down, they made these crop circles.
And it's scary and everything. I thought that's what was going to happen in this movie. This movie is very weird. It's not what I thought. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I have to give you a spoiler to give you my review. The second half of the movie is a monster movie. All right? It goes from it's a UFO, it's abducting horses and doing things, to this is a monster in the sky that's unexplained. No one knows what it is. No one has ever scientifically researched it.
no shit, it's in the sky. It set up the territory in a place where no one's gonna know it's there except for these couple people.
Yeah, and it's hungry.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
And,
You should do reviews, Phil.
and this whole phenomenon started in the span of 6 months. Started in Gene Park's place and it moved on to the ranch.
Indeed.
But it's a crazy monster and it's eating things. And what ends up happening is, I don't want to spoil what it looks like or whatever, but basically, yeah, it kind of gets recognized. It's like people think it's a flying saucer like aliens. It's not. It's some kind of a weird flying creature.
See, he just spoiled he just
Everything.
completely ruined the movie.
Yeah, why would anyone watch this review if you just literally just gonna tell them what it is?
Yeah. He just
Thanks,
completely
Phil.
ruined that.
He ruined the illusion of it.
That can suck things up. It's the weirdest thing, man, I've ever seen. Some people, it was funny, because when I was talking about that, I was going to review the movie today. Some people in my chat were like, oh, it looks like a big eye. Well, I guess, but not really. It's just so unique and different and weird. And basically, the first half of the movie is this dramatic setup. The second half of the movie is OJ and his sister, and forgive me, I forgot what the character's name is, basically trying to work with others. Like, this is actually funny. There's a Fry's technician. Do you know what Fry's is? It's an electronic chain.
No, Phil, I don't know.
Used to be in the United States, but went out of business during the COVID pandemic. Well, they were filming this movie during COVID, and by the time the movie came out, Fry's was completely out of business. So there's an actor playing a Fry. He actually has a Fry's van. They're filming inside of a Fry's location. They don't exist anymore. So it kind of dates the movie, because this could never happen today because Fry's went out of business while this movie was being made. Does it date the movie?
It does, because Fry's closed. So what happened to Fry's is, like, a lot of Fry's did not want to pay for merchandise in advance that it doesn't sell. So companies stopped sending them merchandise.
Right.
So when COVID hit, that's when they went out of business. So when you went to Fry's 2018, 2019, the store was pretty much empty.
Right. They
couldn't get
pay for.
Yeah, because they couldn't keep their shelves stocked because they didn't want to pay in advance. So, like, what Phil's saying, Fry's just magically went out of business. No, it's been going on for a while now.
And also, they paid for advertisement in this movie.
Or they just decided to use a dead company for this movie.
Or something like that. I mean, it exists in the movie. I mean, it's not. They didn't make up Fry's Electronics.
No,
I mean,
it's a real company. I have one in my area. I had one in my area. I used to go there all the time. And yeah, they just made poor business decisions, and
It's just him dancing on the grave of another company. He's like, Fry's went out of business. It's like, can you just say they have ad sponsorships for Fry's? They also had MacBooks and Razors too, Phil.
Yeah. Yeah, so in the behind the scenes of this movie, they pretty much took an abandoned Fry's and just make it look presentable for this movie. That's all they did.
Yeah,
made it very nice. All right.
So weird. So there's a Fry's camera technician who put cameras up on their property to try to track this creature, and then he comes involved with he starts to track the cameras and see the creature, and now he wants to get involved. And then there's another guy who apparently is like an old school conspiracy theorist / cinematographer, and he has a camera that doesn't run on electricity. It runs even with no electricity. It's like a hand cranked camera. Interestingly enough, when this creature gets close enough, essentially it's like almost like an EMP field. All electronics turn on. Okay, so the second half of the movie.
Thanks for
goes
ruining
from
the
this
movie.
Supernatural. Oh, the aliens are coming. To now, it's a monster movie. How do we catch the monster, or how do we get film? How do we get film of the monster to prove that it exists, and we can show it to authorities or show it to the press, so they will believe that this thing exists, and basically, you know, it'll get taken care of or whatever.
Wrong. They want to get proof of this entity so they can make money.
Absolutely.
That's it.
This big weird
that's
thing
it.
in the this big weird thing in the sky. We want to prove that it exists and beyond unsolved mysteries. Let's go.
Yeah, that's it, Phil. Why can't you just admit that you're just in it for the money? They're obviously in it for the money. That's why they did all this shit.
And
So
one.
it's really an interesting premise. It really is. It was like two separate movies for me almost. Now, the acting is very good. I actually like every character in the movie. I think they're all well acted. There are a lot of weird plot things. Like, for example, why are they not, if they have evidence that this thing is sucking up horses, this thing is sucking up people, why are they not going to the authorities?
They didn't have evidence.
Didn't have anything.
No. All they had was a cloud that stayed still.
They didn't even. The movie did a lot of setup. You didn't even know what the hell it was. It really was. It might be a rain cloud. It might be weather. This thing's screaming. What is that thing? It really is just the end of the movie. You get to see what it actually was.
Yeah.
Like,
It might be a flying saucer. It might be an alien. We don't know.
yeah, I mean, it did a really good job keeping you guessing to the end. Like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
Except for Phil. Phil is like, I want my answer now. I'm like, no, Phil, you gotta wait.
And having the authorities look into it. I mean, yeah, the authorities at first might think they're crazy, but like, hey, just come out to the ranch for a day or two. You'll see it. I mean, everyone's seeing it who's out there. So why not have the authorities come out and investigate?
Because they have
Possibly.
bigger shit to deal with. They're in LA.
Also, the other thing is, remember when they're at the amusement park and that guy gets, I know, spoil the movie, but he's an asshole. Like, they did see it. There was no evidence because they died.
Yeah. And it finally got on the news. What happened to at least 40 or 50 people inside this park? Like, they still don't know.
Right. Just gone.
It's really weird. Maybe they just don't trust them or something, but I don't know if it's ever really explained. Maybe it is, and you guys will
It's not explained because it never happened.
correct me in the comments of this video. But that really
No one
got me.
would
I was like,
believe
why are
them.
the authorities not involved? Okay. And it is a horror movie because, man, it's creepy. There's a scene where this thing does eat people, and it is gruesome. It is disgusting. There's
Why are you spoiling this?
blood and gore, and I was like, oh my god, like that actually is like really terrifying. And actually, at that point, I was like, wow, this is
It's a
unique movie.
horror
It's
film.
horror,
I know.
it's
Weird.
paranormal sci-fi. It's a monster movie. It's like 3 kinds of movies slam jammed into one. I don't want to
One, this
Jam.
movie is really not
but
scary.
basically, it has a really cool ending. I like the ending actually, even though it really
You
didn't
already
make a lot of
spoiled too
logical
much,
sense.
Phil.
I mean, what makes sense about a creature living in the sky eating things, right?
Thanks.
Basically, I like the cinematography. It's a combination of kind of suspenseful horror, but a Western. It has a lot of Western themes, a lot of horse riding. It actually has a lot of Western style music. If you've seen American Westerns, it's actually a big part of the movie. So here's the thing. It's
Really?
a weird movie.
Yeah,
It's a unique
really.
movie. I actually found it entertaining. I've seen a lot of people online as I was kind of doing a little bit of research after the fact. I was
You were doing research and you couldn't
Please
figure out what the movie's about?
Phil, I don't need research. I watched it with my own eyes. It was very good. You're like, man, I did research. I heard other people. I don't need to hear other people's opinions.
Yeah, there's only one movie that I really did research about. Actually, 2 movies. Asteroid City and Beau is Afraid. And I still didn't know what the fuck those movies were about, so I didn't review them. So I'm
I
like,
know what this one's about.
yeah, this one's cool.
curious. I was like, how is this movie received? Because it's nothing like Jordan Peele's first 2 movies. So I was curious.
Yeah,
how
they
it was
are.
received. Not as well. It didn't make as much
What are you
money as the
talking
first two,
about?
nor
But what
Wait a minute. What the fuck are you talking about? It got an 82 on Rotten Tomato.
at 82, bro?
Is 82 not good enough for you?
Even a movie in the 70s is good on Rotten Tomato. Not like video game stuff.
The fuck are you talking about?
I didn't
It
like
wasn't
Get
even-
Out as much as this movie.
I mean, it's fresh. It's a fresh tomato, not a rotten one.
Or did it have legs? Meaning people saw it, and once they saw it and talked about what it was, they essentially no one else went to see it. Kind of killed it. I guess people weren't ready for a monster, alien, hybrid sci-fi movie. It's really hard to even put your finger on what is the movie. But to me, it was actually very entertaining. I was happy I went into it with absolutely no preconceived notions of what the movie was, so that when I actually watched it, I really enjoyed it. I was like, wow, I was hooked. I was actually genuinely hooked. And the funny part was, so the first night I
pause for a
watched it, I
second.
had intended.
I feel like when he talks about movies, we watch these, and it feels like a kid's review. I really enjoy this movie. I was really entertained, and wow, there's no nuance to them. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll spoil it. You are media literate.
Yeah. Who are the actors? What year did it come out? What's the rating of the movie? Can you take your family to go see it? Come on, Phil. I would like to know this in my review.
I know I was captivated to the end, but because the movie literally did a good job of keeping your attention, going, "What the fuck's going on here?"
Exactly.
To watch the whole
All
thing. I fell asleep watching it. I woke up the next morning.
What?
Rewind 5 seconds. What?
So the first night I'm watching it, I had intended to watch the whole thing. I fell asleep watching it.
Okay. So, let's break this down. The first night watching the movie, he fell asleep watching it. Then the next night, so we already know that he watched this movie in parts. And he
Which
fell
is probably
asleep.
the worst thing to do.
Yeah. Then he fell asleep watching it. What is this movie too boring for you?
I mean, it does have a lot of setup, but that's because it's trying to build suspense to the end.
Yeah.
I woke up the next morning. I was pissed. I was like, dude, I fell asleep halfway, and now I missed the second half. I really was liking that movie. Now I had to wait another night, to watch it before I went to
Another
sleep.
night.
Really? Another night. Oh yeah, because
got
he
some-
had to get in his stream.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Phil.
Wow, this is good. I liked it. I genuinely thought it was great. I'm gonna say one more thing. A lot of people say all the Jordan Peele movies are woke. Okay, if you mean that the main characters are African American, then yeah. But no, I don't think that
What?
African.
What?
There's.
There's plenty of African American movies. What the fuck are you talking about?
Do you think this movie's woke?
No, not at all. It's enjoyable. Like, what woke is? What? I'm trying to think what was woke about it.
Yeah, you got people. You got the sister saying the N bomb without the hard R. You got the vapes
What was
going.
woke?
You have a white dude in there.
Yeah, and they get to crash at his house. I mean, it's like, what's woke about
He
this?
gets all the cool electronics.
I mean, there's nothing woke about this.
No.
Is it because I know it's Kalula over there looking like a badass. That's why it's woke. He's supposed to be an uppity person,
Maybe.
and he's just cool.
Or the strong woman killed the entity.
Yeah, the entity.
African American characters make it woke. I mean, the characters are strong. They're well written. They're believable. The only thing that I don't get is
Yes.
that they didn't go to the authorities and they're trying to do everything by themselves.
What?
Yeah, that's part of the movie. Like,
What is the police gonna do? Shoot it down? Like, what are they gonna do?
no, Usually the police are the first ones to die.
I wonder.
I don't know why they just didn't trust that perhaps getting professional help would not solve this problem.
You know what would happen if they got professional help? They'll kick them out of the house. They'll all die. All the horses will die. Or they'll get laughed at and think they're crazy.
But outside of that, it's a wild movie. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's unexpected. It has twists and turns you don't think will happen. And the ending is wild, to say the least. So I really liked it. I hope that if you like a weirdo movie, you just want to see a weirdo movie that's going to stand out and you'll probably remember for a long time, I recommend Nope. But it is not like Jordan Peele's first two movies. Therefore, you may not, if you like that vein of movie and you're looking for it again, this is not, third time's a charm. This is definitely something completely a different departure from what he did previously. Maybe that's why people didn't receive it as well. But you know what? 2 thumbs up from me. I actually really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to whatever he does next. I hope he does something else super unique, because this is a really good movie, really fun in my opinion.
Okay, so I haven't seen Us, so I don't know.
Me either.
I seen Get Out. Get Out was an okay movie.
Yeah, it was the first time, and
yeah,
it is what it is on that. But Nope, I think Nope is his best one, but we didn't see Us yet, so who knows?
So between Get Out and Nope, I think Nope is a lot better.
Right. It's a movie that keeps you captivated to the end.
Plus, it has Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. That he still hasn't mentioned.
My opinion. Okay? Thank you very much for watching my review of Nope. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you soon for more reviews here on DSP Reacts. Peace out, and I'll see you guys later.
Okay,
I hate you, Phil.
Well, he wasn't as insufferable in this one as the other two, so.
No, but still, his reviews are spoilers.
Yeah, it's just a spoiler talk. All right, thank you guys for watching. If he does other movies, we'll cover them. But
Indeed.
Now he's just getting into older movie territory. The more we look down the list, so we'll see if some reason he'll cover John Wick 4 or something. I'll end up doing it.
Indeed.
Or something new.
Fuck him. DSP's a bitch, and these reviews are just literally I like it. There's no nuance to any of it. It's a kid's review.
Exactly. So, thank you guys for all your guys' support. Please leave a comment on the video. Please like the video, and please subscribe. I'm trying to hit partner, and every little thing helps. So, any last words?
Yep. Yeah, DSP's a bitch.
He is a bitch, and I am out.